TIFU for explaining the Half-Life lore to my crush. Okay, so I, 18M, was at this girl's, 18F, house the other day. Well, call her V. We had been talking for a bit, and I'd usually hang out at her house after work as we were co-workers. V is a good friend, and I've even slept over her house once or twice. Throughout me knowing her, I had developed a bit of a crush on her, so obviously I would get any excuse to spend time with her. V is what one would call a stoner. I, however, am not that, so it came to my surprise when she offered to smoke with me. As I had stated prior that I have never smoked in my life, she said that she wanted to be my first, and despite my better judgment I agreed. That night I drove her over to her house like usual, as she didn't have her license yet. This is what started us hanging out. I went inside and we watched some YouTube for a bit, until about an hour later she remembered that we had to smoke together. I had made sure not to mention it at all that night, but it only delayed the inevitable. She brought me down to the back porch and gave me her dab pen. I unsuccessfully attempted to take a hit, but I suppose I was not really inhaling. After a bit she told me to breathe with my chest and I obliged. This time felt different, but it still didn't feel like inhaling, so I just kept going until my chest started to hurt. And so started the longest and most painful coughing fit I had ever experienced. It felt like a lifetime. Halfway through it I definitely started to feel it, and made my way to her living room. I sort of just fell on the couch, intermittently breaking into coughing fits like I was season 1 Walter White. I sit on the couch and I basically just start talking. But this isn't your average everyday conversation. No, this is a lot more one-sided. And this is the foo. V would say something to me, and I would just keep talking. But at this point it was more entertaining if mildly annoying for her. But then she made a grave error. She mentioned how earlier my friends and I were having a heated debate between which Half-Life game is the best. HL2 hectoliters 1. This was the last thing she said the rest of the night. That started me off screaming about how Half-Life 2's combat is 10x better than Half-Life 1. Then I said how the only thing Half-Life 1 had over 2 was the scientists. Then I remembered that she didn't know what any of that meant, so graciously, I explained, from beginning to end, the entire Half-Life lore, 1 and 2 in episodes. This took me 3 hours. And my random tirades made this slog even more dreadful. By the end of the night my voice was audibly hoarse, and so I kinda just went to bed after. When I woke up I just left the house and went about my business. In my eyes, we had another fun night. She has completely ghosted me. I texted her afterwards and she would not respond. When we had shift together she acted nice but said that she wouldn't need rides from me anymore. She hasn't asked me to come over again and I think it's over. Was it something I said? TLDR. Had a crush on a girl. Smoked weed. Sprayed women repellent all over myself via Half-Life lore. Look, if she's not down with my main man Gordon Freeman then she can go join the Combine. M'right, brother? Seems like your friendship just hit its half-life. Damn dude, that is crazy to talk about something she doesn't know about for 3 hours. Tears of joy, best of luck. I hope it works out. Am I the only one thinking that she wanted to hook up with him and he wouldn't stop talking about video games? Of course she's pissed. You gotta take a page from Gordon himself and keep your mouth shut. She got you stoned then didn't like it when you acted like a stoned guy. SMH. Kinda her fault for giving you dabs for your first weed experience. Honestly dude, you're real for that. I know everybody thinks differently, but I personally love it when my friends tell me about their favorite things, even for hours. And I love being able to do the same with them. And if I don't feel like listening, I tell them. You'll find those people too. My guy. It wasn't the half-life. It was the dabs and how long they possessed you. I'm sorry this happened. This is hilarious. Join us at our Evil Autism. Find someone who gets as excited about Half-Life lore as you do. GIF. My man putting up his own suppression field. Dang, you could talk that much? Shit. LMAO, I know someone. A friend of a friend. That will talk non-stop during movies about random tangents when he's in that headspace. It's very annoying. But then again, what did she expect? Sometimes you have to be completely blunt with children, neurodivergent people, and high people. Blame it on the head crabs. She was versus? Should have spent the night talking Cyberpunk 2077 lore. I did something similar one of the first times I smoked. Most people tend to ramble when they get high. Very normal. And you have history with her. You're probably fine.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.